let's take a look at your Caribbean report for tonight. The former president of Haiti, Jean-Claude Duvalier, has returned to the country 25 years after he was thrown out by a popular revolt. Mr. Duvalier, also known as Baby Doc, arrived on a flight from France where he'd been living in exile. He said he had come to help the people of Haiti following last year's devastating earthquake. His return comes at a time of political uncertainty over the disputed presidential elections. Mr. Duvalier has been accused of massive corruption and human rights abuse during his 15-year rule. And also in Haiti, one person died during an outbreak of violence in a slums in the southern Haiti capital on Friday morning, according to police. It's not clear what caused the protest and what Port-au-Prince is tense following Thursday's handover of the Presidential Election Review Report of the joint mission of the Organization of American States and CARICOM. The report was requested by President Rene Preval after some candidates protest over the outcome of November's vote. It is said to have recommended that popular musician Michael Sweet Mikey Martel and not the governing party's candidate Jude Celestine should be second in position to head the runoff against former First Lady Marlene Manica. And in Puerto Rico, authorities have charged 17 people for alleged prescription drug racketing. A release from the FBI in San Juan said the defendants were charged with 19 counts of indictment with conspiracy to possess and the possession with intent to distribute the painkiller oxycodone. The alleged ringleader is said to have used prescription drug slips bearing the medical license number and various doctors for the purpose of fabricating false prescriptions for drugs containing the substance and then selling the substance to residents of a housing estate. The FBI said the indictment indicated that they regarded prescription drug abuse and trafficking as a serious problem. And finally, in Port of Spain, the Prime Minister is seeking to set up Trinidad's enforcement of the death penalty for certain types of murder as the island battles an ongoing crime wave. Kamal Prasad Bissassar told Parliament late Friday that she believes some convicted murderers take advantage of loopholes in the current laws to avoid the death penalty. The law mandates that all convicted killers must be hanged within 5 years of their sentencing date. The dates often expire because of the number of appeals filed. Prasad Bissassar says that she supports a bill that would close the loopholes while still guaranteeing the rights of those convicted. And that's your Caribbean report for tonight. Today was a platform for the upkeep promises from Government House. News Channel 8's Wes Small is with the AFT President, James Howell.
AFT President James Howell, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day to you, sir. We know this is a very monumentous day, not only for government workers, but also for your teachers not getting their promises. And if you could comment on that, could you also comment on why Island Center has been closed for the first time in this reporter's memory since I've been covering this fortuitous man, Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, on the issue of Martin Luther King, why is the Center closed? The management of Island Center to find out why they closed the property and why it wasn't open to the CLC this year. For us as a union, I'd like to thank all my members who came out to this march, also all the community members who came out to this march. Remember that Martin Luther King was a civil rights leader, but he was also a leader of a group of individuals who believed in economic justice for poor and the working class. And he died, most individuals don't realize that when Martin Luther King died, he died at going to a strike that was held by the sanitation workers for higher wages and better working conditions. So this is all within the spirit of the Martin Luther.
Okay. What kind of turnout did you get now from your union members then?
Well, we got a good turnout from our union members. One must realize that our union members are the individuals who bring all the teachers, all the children to these organizations. We had a very good turnout when it comes to teachers. We could have had a better turnout, to be honest, but we had a very, very good turnout. And we had a lot of individuals on the road waving us on and cheering us on and things like that.
And we want to thank AFT President James Howell for those words. When we come back from this break, we'll take more look at some of the highlights going on MLK Day. And let's take a look at some of the highlights of MLK Day here on St. Croix.
Representing the hostile territory is
Officer Stevens.
Hey, how y'all doing?